Hi there, welcome back to Good Morning Sports Fans. We start this hour with some breaking news. Let's get straight to everything.
And I think one crucial thing, as well as the fact that they're in a great position financially, is Mikel Arteta. You know, he said in the past during his press conferences that players don't say no to Arsenal. He's always said that, you know, once Mikel Arteta phones you...
He gets on the blower, doesn't he?
Yeah, because you remember, there's been lots of talk that perhaps their new sporting director, Andrea Berta, has got into Mikel Arteta's ear and said to him, Mikel, the striker we want is Victor Gyokeres at Sporting. We can get him probably for around 80 million euros.
Exactly. We're looking at reports that Arsenal, well, they seem pretty close to finalizing a deal for Victor Gyokeres, the striker from Sporting Lisbon.
And the number being floated is quite something, isn't it?
Yeah, around 80 million. That kind of fee, it definitely makes you sit up and take notice. It signals serious intent.
Okay, 80 million. Let's talk about that. It's more than just a number, right? It's a declaration.
Right.
What kind of player commands that sort of, well, fee right now?
And what's really interesting, I think, is who's reportedly pushing for this. The name coming up again and again is Andrea Berta, Arsenal's new sporting director.
Ah, Berta.
Yeah, apparently Gyokeres is his top target, identified very clearly. That suggests a pretty specific idea from the leadership about what they're looking for up front.
So, a new sporting director. Big early move, potentially. What does that signal? Are we talking immediate impact here, or is this more about a sort of longer game?
You know, it could easily be both. The fact that reports say groundwork has already been done, that tells you this isn't just a sudden whim.
Right, it's been in the works.
Seems like it. And a player like Gyokeres, well, based on his record and style, he offers that mix of, you know, physicality and scoring. If you think about some games where Arsenal maybe struggled to break teams down, you can see how that profile might appeal to Berta, looking to maybe solve that specific problem.
So, okay, goals are one thing, and for 80 million, you certainly hope for goals. But what else might Berta be seeing? Is there something tactically specific about Gyokeres?
Well, yeah. His goal tally is obviously impressive, no doubt. But the reports also mention his ability to sort of lead the line, hold up play, bringing others into the attack.
That focal point role.
Exactly. That can be absolutely vital, can't it? Especially against packed defenses or when you want to transition quickly. It's maybe a slightly different dimension compared to what Arsenal currently have.
Interesting point. So it's not just get another striker. It's about adding tactical options, maybe becoming less predictable.
That seems to be the thinking, yes. Adding flexibility.
And what does that tell us about Arsenal's ambitions, if this goes through?
Well, spending that kind of money, it's a clear signal. It says they intend to compete right at the very top. Suggests they're looking for players who can walk in and improve the team, you know, immediately.
Trying to close that gap, perhaps?
You'd have to assume that's part of the calculation, yes. Elevating the squad quality to challenge consistently.
Okay, so let's bring this together. The key takeaway isn't just another transfer rumor hitting the headlines. It's the apparent conviction, the drive from the new sporting director, Berta, focusing specifically on Gyokeres for a significant fee.
Precisely. And the mention of groundwork already being done gives it that extra layer of credibility. It feels more like a strategic move, identifying a specific need and a specific player to fill it.
Right. It feels less like speculation, more like planned action.
A targeted approach by the new structure there.
Which brings us to you, listening. When you consider the money involved, nearly 80 million, and this clear push from the sporting director, what impact do you foresee? What could a player like Gyokeres actually do for Arsenal's performance, their whole strategy?
Yeah, what does this kind of targeted big money move really say about their aspirations for next season and, well, beyond?
Definitely something to think about, and a story we'll be keeping a close eye on.